Welcome to the updated, complete, no-nonsense survival guide for online school. So, my college has decided to start the spring semester online until February 1st, they say. They also said 3 weeks in March 2020, so who knows. I was online schooled all through high school, so I like to think that I kind of know what I'm doing at least. So I compiled a complete guide for you to stay focused, productive, healthy, and most importantly, sane during online school. I get it. It's really hard to focus at home because your phone is right there, your family's probably making noise. So let's start with how to focus in online school. If you find your mind wandering during those Zoom lectures, find something to do with your hands. This could be a fidget toy, this could be like a mindless craft, this could even be just, some random string that you find that you tie and untie over and over during class. Sometimes we look for distractions with our minds because our physical self needs to release energy. So for me, I alternate between like actual fidget toys and just random things that I have on my desk. Jasmine from studyquill likes to crochet during her online classes, and I think that's super cool. Okay, this one's obvious and basic, but put away your phone, please. Really away, like where you're gonna have to walk and get up to go get it. This is going to stop you from just mindlessly picking it up during class or during homework. The instant gratification monkey inside your head isn't going to like it, so be prepared for it to throw a temper tantrum when you say, no, I'm not going to scroll TikTok, I'm going to do my work. Lean into your logical side because you know that it's better to stay on task and that you can watch TikTok later, and if you do that later, you're not going to have the little voice in the back of your mind the whole time telling you should be doing homework, you should be doing homework. It's a tough habit to break, but it is possible. And you can do it, and it's going to be so much better productivity-wise once you do. Another tip for Zoom classes, turn on the camera. When you know that other people are watching you, you're going to be so much less likely to get distracted in class. But let's make it fun, let's make it spicy. So before the semester starts, I usually go on Google and I find a image that I really like to use as my virtual background. And this semester I even downloaded Snapcam, which gives you actual Snapchat filters that you can use in your Zoom meeting so that you can look absolutely stunning, darling, even though you just rolled out of bed. Last tip for focus, get into a routine and have some consistency within your life. You might want to write out a whole schedule that says what subject you're going to study and at what time. That doesn't work for me personally, so I just create a general workflow, which tells me kind of like the order in which I'm going to be doing each subject and when I'm going to take breaks and between what subjects and breaks I'm going to do other things like chores. And usually I wait till a week or two into the semester to solidify this because by then I might realize that one subject is particularly energy consuming and I want to do it earlier in the morning. So when I say productivity, I am talking about staying on top of your assignment deadlines, but also actually being able to learn stuff in the online environment so that exam days are not a nightmare and you can actually get a great grade in the class. My strongest recommendation to you is to create what I call a master syllabus. As soon as it's available, read your class syllabuses, I don't know, those thingy, the syllabus plural. And then I put them all into one document, my master syllabus, that tells me what is due in each class each week. Not every class has predetermined assignment dates, I know, so just put in everything that you know right now and just put in the rest of the assignments as they're announced. Additionally, I want you to set 2 dates. One is going to be roughly in the middle of the semester, and then the next is going to be a week or two before finals. These are your syllabus review days. You're going to go back through your class syllabi and you're going to make sure that you're not missing anything important. I've been in too many classes where I have read the syllabus in the beginning and understood what was expected and what was due, but then by the time midterms come around, I completely forget about some big assignment or class policy. But ever since I started doing the master syllabus, I haven't forgotten any of that. Okay, the next tip's kind of basic to some people, but it's new to others. Eat healthy breakfasts. I know how tempting it is to eat Frosted Flakes every morning, okay? I know. But breakfasts that are high in those refined sugars, they can lead to focus and productivity issues later in the day for some people, myself included. If you're not sure if this applies to you, do a little experiment like the studious student that you are. See how your ability to work changes depending on what you eat for breakfast. Finally, I want to encourage you to become a virtual front row student. That sounds a little ridiculous, but hear me out. You know how the kids that sit in the first couple of rows in the class tend to answer a lot of questions and be on pretty good terms with the professor? Just because there's no physical front row right now doesn't mean that you can't have a good relationship with your professor. Don't be like an annoying teacher's pet, but having a good relationship with your professor makes it so much easier to get help in the class and also can sometimes reflect well in your grades, not gonna lie. So how do you become a virtual front row student? Well, one of the ways to do this is by turning on your camera during Zooms. Remember, we talked about that in the focus section. When professors can put a face with a name, they're so much more likely to remember you. And the vast majority of professors that I've had, they really like seeing students' faces on Zoom. So by having your camera on during Zoom, you're more likely to be perceived more favorably by that professor. I also encourage you to talk to your professor early in the semester. Talk to them after class or email them to clarify questions, or better yet, go to office hours. Even if you don't actually need help or have any questions, find something, look through the syllabus, look through the first couple assignments, find something to ask them about. We all know how awkward it is reaching out to your professor in the middle of the semester when you literally never talked to them before. Set yourself up for easy access to help by establishing a relationship with your professor early on. Okay, let's start by talking about our physical bodies. So look, humans just are not meant for sitting at computers all day. I know it's difficult to find time for exercise, but it really is the best thing that you can do for your body. And this doubles by helping you to focus as well. Don't try to exercise in a way that you find boring, because you're not gonna stick with it. In all honesty, you're not gonna stick with it. Try to get creative. Have you ever wanted to learn to tap dance or kickbox? Well, thanks to YouTube, you can learn pretty much any skill that you want for free. So find an active skill and start learning. Or like, if you like to get to Starbucks a lot during the week, then why don't you walk to Starbucks if it's like close enough and within reasonable walking distance? Try to also vary your workouts. So maybe like on Monday and Wednesdays you decide, I'm going to walk to Starbucks, and then Tuesdays you have ballet, so you're going to do that. Thursdays you're gonna do some yoga from a YouTube video. Friday you're just gonna do whatever the heck you want because it's Friday. It's up to you. You can create a custom exercise program that is custom tailored, fitted to what you like to do. Okay, now staying sane, mental health. That's a tough one. Please, 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 please remember that many other people, probably some people in your classes and in your friend groups, are also having a tough time with this. It's not like just in your head, you're not overreacting. It really is a tough situation for a lot of students, especially for those who just don't learn well online. Try to go to in-person events and get-togethers whenever it's possible, and sometimes it's not possible, so why not organize one of your own? Most universities have some sort of like Facebook or GroupMe or other kind of group you can join to try to meet other people with your interests. And if your schedules permit, you can meet up with them. And if you're more shy, that's perfectly okay. We could still do this. Why don't you try to look for clubs that are centered around things that you're interested in? That's a great way to meet friends, even if the meetings are virtual. I especially recommend this to you freshies, because a lot of you I know feel like the college experience is inaccessible to you right now. That's how I felt. My first year was entirely online, but somehow it worked out. Everything was fine. I made friends. You can do it too. Okay, my final tip is one that's just going to give you a little bit of a laugh every once in a while, which is that's important to mental health, okay? If you have friends in any of like your Zoom synchronous online classes, I want you to get out your phone in class. I know, naughty. And I want you to text them what's behind you. It's hilarious to see them turn around and then just see nothing there. And that's it. So if you have questions or if you have your own online school advice, you already know what to do. Let's talk in the comments. Please like the video if it was helpful, because like I spent a lot of research and time doing this. And subscribe to join our little study family and to have college life and student tip videos in your feed every week. Have a great week.